Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back. This is episode 4.
Correct.
I think, if we're recording and putting them out in the right order. We are en route now to one of Pip's gigs, and we'll explain why in a little bit. But we didn't put anything out last week. In fact, we hadn't really said it was going to be a weekly thing, had we?
We haven't, although we have sort of tended to do one a week to this point.
So should we do that from now on?
Okay. So
Okay.
we'll do one a week, and we'll release them on as close to Thursday as we can.
Yeah, like lunchtime, 12 o'clock Thursday.
It's Thursday.
Don't you start.
It's 12 o'clock. That's for all the magician friends of ours, that was.
Well, in fact, I was thinking about this. So we've had some feedback from the previous episodes, and one of them was that pace was down, and what are you going to talk about and when?
Which is why we're filming this one at 50 miles an hour.
Wow.
That's the pace we're going at today.
I actually checked because it felt a lot slower. So, one of the things I think we should talk about is the audience for these. So these aren't really intended for... I should say who they are intended for. These are intended for other magicians who are interested in the journey, anyone who's interested in putting this double act together, so putting a comedy double act together or putting any act together. If you're a friend of ours and you're following these dutifully, thank you very much. I mean, feel free, you're welcome.
Thank
but these
you.
aren't actually necessarily aimed at you.
We're very glad you are joining us.
Oh, yeah.
And supporting us.
And hopefully it'll be funny and interesting.
There's that pace thing we were talking about.
Damn it. So we had a hiatus last week because we've both been involved in a side project, and it's taken up quite a lot of our time. But this is the first thing we've created together, and I'm really proud of it.
Yeah, me too. So to tell you what it is, I decided back in July to enter a children's entertainers competition. So one of the things I do as my magic performing is I perform and entertain children. And so I've seen an awful lot of these competitions, and so's Paul. And we decided we wanted to do something that was a little bit different, and hopefully work together and bring both of our skills together to create something, which is the first time we've actually done that. So it was a nice little test for us to see if we could do that and get a sort of a feel as to how we work together.
So we've created a 15-minute act which Pip is going to be using in a children's entertainment competition on the 9th of September.
9th of September.
We think it could be a winner. We'll let you know how it goes.
We will.
On the next Thursday after the 9th of September. And what's been good is it's been good to see what our combined strengths can bring. We had a little dry run of it yesterday, and we learnt a lot. I think it went well, but we learnt a lot.
We did.
We've got another dry run in a minute at Pip's next gig. So I think the last 10 minutes or 15 minutes of today's gig is going to be this competition act.
Yeah, and then we're going to ask for feedback like we did yesterday. So we had an invited audience yesterday, and we asked them for feedback. Half of them were children, half of them were adults. Actually, I think there was more children than adults.
There were.
But, it's good to try and run these things through to see how they actually play, because as much as I can rehearse it in my front room and in halls and hope it will go well, until you actually do it, you don't find out, what bits you've missed or what don't go down so well, and that's what yesterday was so important for.
There were some great lessons learned, actually.
And we've learnt that, and one of the things that we've taken from that is that when we have our Pip and Paul act ready, we will be doing a dry run of it. So the people who are watching this video diary, this vlog,
and audio log.
And audio log. We're going to make this into a podcast as well. So welcome to the podcast, listeners. You will be invited to our dress rehearsal, if you like.
Yeah. We've got to put a shout out.
We do.
We've got to put a shout out. AJ Green, thanks so much. So I don't know if AJ binged all of our videos so far, or if he was just bored and started having a poke around the depths of the internet and came across us. But AJ has contributed a wealth of comedy lines. If you go to pipandpaul.com, The first page has got our logo, and then under that we have some taglines. Go there, they'll rotate through. We started off with 20 or 30 that we thought were comedy gold, and we couldn't think of any others, and then AJ came along and gave us another 15 or 20 golden lines.
Creative genius that he is.
Yeah, and you hate people like this, don't you? But he just kind of knocked them off like that.
It was great.
So
thank you so much, AJ.
And actually, AJ is, in my time at the Magic Circle, AJ is the only person to do the examination and go straight through to AIMC level. So he's a seriously good magician as well. So big shout out, AJ, thanks very much for that. If anyone else wants to get a shout out, please get involved in the conversation. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, so leave your comments below. We did ask in the last video if you would like to see us perform our favourite tricks. And to be honest, we didn't get much of a response, so we haven't done it. The main reason being that I'm driving and we felt it would be dangerous.
Depends what the trick is.
So
if your trick is...
well, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you would like to see our favourite tricks performed on this video, then please leave a message below, and if we get enough, and we've got a figure in mind as to how many enough is, we will do it for you. Okay, we want to try and generate a bit of interaction with you, so that we can learn from you as well.
Marvellous, thanks very much. We might add something as on the way home,
okay.
Possibly.
Okay.
After the gig. We'll give you our lessons learned after the gig. So we'll be back in a few.
So I'm just going to put the balloon there. Okay. So, and a little bobbly tail at the back. If I grab my pen, we'll give your tiger some eyes. How many eyes should we give it?
Welcome back. We're now on the way home from the gig.
Yep, all done.
All done and dusted. I think we can class that as a success.
Yeah, so we did the act again, and at the end of it we asked people for their feedback, and to make sure we could get the sort of feedback we wanted, we actually created a feedback form like we did for yesterday.
And
these are the forms that were filled in.
All completed.
So they're all by adults and children, mixture. We asked what they were at the beginning, and we got some really good comments, which is...
and one bad one.
One bad one, yeah. What did the bad one say?
The bad one said, naught. It was babyish and stupid.
And then they ran away, didn't they?
And then they ran away, yeah.
Yeah. I think, with a big smile on their face. So
oh God, they were giggling.
We're guessing it was fun.
They were giggling. So, it was successful. So how does this relate to Pip and Paul?
Well, we're learning what we do that people like and what we do that people don't like. So I think that's quite important, because it'll speed up the process when we come to do Pip and Paul act.
Or now come to continue, because we have started.
We have, yes.
We have started a little bit on Pip and Paul. So to give you an update on what we've done on Pip and Paul so far, we've pretty much identified what our audience is going to be. Let's not talk about this now. I'll just say what we've done. So we pretty much got our audience. We have, I think, a backbone of an act, and having said, and we have a few ideas of what effects are going to be running through, and comedy is going to be running through from beginning to end. Having said all of that, since we started this vlog, a couple of people have given us some really good feedback and suggestions, and that's scuppered a little bit, not necessarily scuppered, but it's made us question some of the decisions we made so far. So we'll be looking at some of those comments and seeing whether or not they apply, and we can talk about that in detail next time. So please, if you've got any opinions or comments, let us know so that we can include yours in that discussion.
And as always, you can subscribe here, just here, and we've got social media down in the corner here.
Covering my left breast.
And leave your comments below. We'd love to hear from you. We want to know if you're enjoying this, basically.
Yeah.
It's good for us. We're learning a lot from it. So, you know, if nothing else, it's worthwhile for us.
Definitely. Okay, guys. Well, see you next Thursday. And until then...
It's goodbye from Pip.
And it's goodbye from Paul.
Goodbye.
Bye.